Hi, everybody. Welcome and welcome back. My name is Kimiko Sumi, and today I'm not going to get on camera. I didn't really feel like just getting on camera today. I'm just not in the mood to be on camera, honestly. And I'm just talking on this video, so it's not really necessary for me to show myself today. But something that I've noticed about a lot of people over the years, they have this need to be in competition with me when it comes down to cleaning and being neat. Like they feel like it's a competition of who is more cleaner and neater and who can clean the best. Like I've lived in houses in LA, California, and it was always, I noticed that the women in those houses, they were always just so eager and just so, like, I don't know, every time I would enter, like, it would always be where they would bully me anyway for various reasons. But the main thing was, oh, you're not cleaning this right. This is not clean right. That and this. And I'm not saying that I'm the cleanest person in the world, although I try to be. But it's just crazy how, I will notice that they're not cleaning as well as they think they were or thought they were, or as much as I thought that they were, but I would keep it to myself. But they would be totally disgusting. I'm talking about, I lived with this chick. She was a drug addict. And I'm going to talk about that on another day. I've talked about her briefly before in another video, but she was very stinky. She really didn't shower. She said it right out of her mouth that she would shower every 2 days. And it didn't seem like that that she knew how to clean herself even on those days, because she would be musty. I could smell a fishy smell from her. It would smell like feces, fecal matter. She would wear the same tired old, like, homely looking clothes, even though she wasn't big. And she was just nasty. She would go in the restroom and instead of her, just simply taking a shower once a day, we couldn't really take a shower in that house twice a day. Although me personally, I would usually take 2 showers, one at the house and one at the gym. But this chick would be at that house all day, of which we weren't supposed to be there all day anyway. But she would be there all day and she wouldn't take a shower. Like she said, she was the one who said it herself, that she took a shower every 2 days. Which I don't think was that. I don't think it was, she might have been lying about that too, but I don't think she knew how to clean herself properly on those days either, to be honest, because it was like a barnyard. It was like a pigsty, like a barnyard smell. Coming from her. She was very stinky, okay? But this is something, my point is that people like her who would go in by the way, she would go in the this is what I want to say. She would go in the bathroom, instead of her taking a shower, she would rather use air freshener to cover up the smell after she used the bathroom, whether it seemingly was number 1 or 2. She would rather take the so-called easy way out with air freshener and, all this stuff. And I noticed that she would be trying to criticize me. One time she even told me, and I said this in another video, but she told me to get my shit together. She accused me of taking her medication, which I really do think that she was missing something else. It was something else that she was trying to really accuse me of which I would never do. But either way it go, she was telling me that I needed to get my shit together, even though I never took anything from her at all. It was more likely for her to steal from me, but I never really kept anything valuable around for her to steal. So, she really couldn't do that. But she did accuse me of stealing. She told on me. She chastised me with another roommate. Even that other roommate said that she smelled. And they both were in this competition with me to be the most neatest, cleanest. And me, I'm not in a competition with nobody about being the most neatest, cleanest. If anything, I'm willing to take tips from people and apply it to my own, daily life. Be it hygienically with my body or household. I watch people like Operation Nikki, even though I don't agree with her religious, preference, But that's her preference. You know, she might not agree with mine. You know, that is what it is. But I just take it for what her content generally is, which is cleaning. And I pick up tips from her. I pick up tips from all types of people. That's why I love YouTube. That's one of the main reasons I love the internet, because I'm very inquisitive. I like to learn. I love to learn. Okay. So I don't have a problem humbling myself. And at least if I don't have something good to say about somebody, I try not to say nothing at all. I usually don't. But you know, people will actually be in competition with you. I didn't even know this really, but I've been seeing this over the years. It's been a trend with people that have been in my life in several homes and different situations, even outside of where I would live. Not my mother. You know, my mother, she's not like that. She's really not like that. Like she will get on me, you know, just like any mother, or she has gotten on me, you know, but you know, she's not like that. But she would just get on me about pulling my weight, period. Okay? Like pulling my, you know, doing my what I had to do, period, growing up, X, Y, and Z. But back to those houses that I lived in LA, those people, in fact, and on top of it, they were drug addicts usually. And it was always something about being the neatest, cleanest, and being in competition with me with cleanliness. There was this one lady, she wasn't necessarily a drug addict, I don't think, but she was in competition with me being clean. Now, she was very neat around the house, actually. And we were similar in a lot of ways. We had a similar story. Although she never did drugs, she did end up homeless because of her mental illness, like me. And one thing I will say is that she would often get on me about certain stuff being out of place and X, Y, and Z. And she would be, you know, kind of judging me with other roommates who also couldn't talk. But this chick, I remember one time she said that she was homeless for 8 months, and I had been homeless for 8 months at one point too, and that's where we had a similar story. That was a part of our similar story. But she had been homeless for 8 months, and this chick said that she would she would get a hotel room once a month, and she would shower. Now me, I was much younger than her. She was in her 50s. I was in my late 20s at the time. Now me, I told her no, I would shower every single day, sometimes 2 or 3 times a day, honestly, and brush my teeth and everything. Like I would keep myself very neat. You know, for somebody that didn't have a place to stay, I think I kept up with myself very well. I would always shower. Since day one that I became homeless back then, I would shower. That was one of the first things that I ever got, was a gym membership at the YMCA. And I would shower there sometimes 3 times a day, up to 3 times a day. And I was even put out, well, not really put out, but I was even told to get out the shower one time, because I was in there for hours. Because I could be in the shower for hours, the bathtub for hours, until I had to learn to follow the rules of, you know, water, you know, saving water, what is it called? Preserving water. Because that's a major deal in LA and California, period, preserving water. So I learned how to, you know, keep it short, my shower shorter, even though I do spend a while in there still, but I don't spend hours like I used to. But anyway, back to like the woman in the house. Anyway, she said that she would shower once a month in a hotel room. And that was for 8 months. So that whole month she was smelling horrible, I bet. Because there were occasionally I might have went a day or two without actually showering as a homeless person. And I'm going to be honest, it wasn't smelling too nice. So, you know, I wasn't smelling too nice at all overall. No. I had to shower every single day, and like I said, up to 2 to 3 times a day. Not because I had to, really, because I could get away with one shower like I do now. But me, I was just very, very, very just definitely serious about keeping myself clean, keeping my head leveled while I was out there, because I didn't want to succumb to the streets. I didn't want to be a part of that, you know, culture, if you want to call it that or not. But anyway, I'm just saying, like, I noticed that I've been noticing for years that a lot of people, they have been really, and it's mainly been women. They've been really, really like aggressive with criticizing me, critiquing me, period. My every move is watched, and I must be on point. But they can be a total wreck, and I don't want to be a total wreck. I don't want to be a wreck, period. Okay, I know I have a mental illness. I have several, but I still work on myself. I take my medication. I keep up with my health. I keep up with my outer appearance. I take care of myself. Okay, I handle my business. For somebody that has paranoid schizophrenia, which is just one of the many mental illnesses that I have, I keep up with myself pretty goddamn good, okay? With a disorganized brain, okay? So, it's really sad that anybody that would even know that they can point out that I have a mental illness, but they don't, they any little thing that's out of place, it's a problem for people, period. It's just a problem, it seems. And I know I'm a chosen person, so I know I have to attain perfection. I do. Or try, at least. I have to stay on point. With everything in my life, I have to put effort, a lot of effort. I have to put more effort into things that most people would not even really put much thought into, being that I'm a paranoid schizophrenic. But anyway, so basically this is just my video. Tell me what you think in the comment section, and please like, comment, subscribe, share my video, hit the notification bell, comment if you like, once again. Subscribe, and I will see y'all in another video, my lotus flowers, or come and talk to you on another video, and I will see y'all in another way. So I hope y'all have a great and amazing rest of the day, and I will too, and I will see y'all in another one. Peace. I'm out. Bye bye.